Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight. It's play night in the sanctuary, and we're going to get a healing on our vibration of play. Now, for those of you that are new to the sanctuary, I want to welcome you and tell you a little bit about how I do the healing tonight. I do it based off a composite of everybody in the sanctuary. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at what are called matching pictures. So most of what you'll hear me talking about in the healing will have to do with you. There may be a few things that go on that don't have to do with you, but by looking at a composite of everybody and where their matching pain levels are, I can do the healing and clear everybody all at once. So that's how this healing works tonight. The topic is play, and I'm breaking it down into 4 sections tonight. I'm going to clean out your vibration of play in your body, in your relationships, in your creative energy, and then in your money space. So those are all the 4 spaces that I wanted to help bring that excitement of play to. I'm going to start by setting the energy with a prayer. As we cleanse and heal the temple of the soul, may it be with the blessing of divinity that it shine its countenance upon us and bring us peace in body, mind, and spirit. Amen. All right, I had the hiccups for hours today, so I'm going to try to get through this tonight with no hiccups. Let's see if I can do this. All right, I'm going to start with the first topic, which is the vibration of play in your body. Well, the very first energy I see that has to do with the body is don't touch me. So there's a lot of pain, just plain old garden variety pain about just being touched. So let me clear that first. This is a lumpy white energy. And a lot of loneliness is coming out of the body. Like, not loneliness for another person, but loneliness for you and some communication. That's what I see. The body's missing communication from you. And there's a lot of fear also coming out. There's a lot of programming. Some of it's religious programming. It's like to tone down the body, like don't exhibit too much emotional energy. Just keep it calmed down. That's some of the energy coming out. You know, when you're playing, you're running a lot of enthusiasm. That's a very high energy vibration. So people that have a lot of pain in their own bodies oftentimes can't be around somebody who's exhibiting enthusiasm or the vibration of play. So there's a lot of control energy that happens when you want to go play. And that's the next energy I'm working on, is everybody's control energy, trying to get you to calm down. Then the next big wave of energy that's between you and your ability to play in your body is responsibility. So let's see if we can get some of this moved out. This is also a lumpy energy, but this energy is a gray. As I'm watching the energy release from you, what's going back in is the vibration of goofiness. like silliness, goofiness. That's what you're being filled in with. And that is Supreme Being filling you in with goofiness. Then there's an energy about not wanting to exert the body. So there's a control energy within the body to not overexert itself. So I'm working on that. And this is some really old energy from childhood where you were scolded for being too loud or too playful. There's a lot of that in there. Yeah, a lot of being reprimanded around the age of 2, 3, 4. Being reprimanded for being too loud, too noisy, too playful. This is, I'm seeing loneliness again, but this is the other kind of loneliness where the body is lonely for another person to play with. And I was told by Supreme Being to clean out your space of dance, that's a great way to play. And there is a lot of energy on everybody's space for dancing. So I'm going to clean that. That brought in this beautiful light purple energy. And I find that this is a good ending place for play in the body because the energies, like I said, it came in purple. It's very high. I'm going to fill it in with some gold. I could hear your body going, ah, after the sun. That was great. All right, so that was our first category. Our second category is playfulness in your relationship space. So let's take a look at that. Well, of course, the first two energies I need to clear are conflict and anger. And that's not necessarily, that doesn't have anything to do with maybe the current relationship that you're in. It may, but some of it's very old. Fear of being judged is coming out. There's a space being created for you and another person. Like I'm watching Supreme Being create a space, a special space for you to have play with somebody else. And it's really lovely. The vibration of companionship is coming in. And next, I'm going to clear some low-level energy. We know them as spiders and snakes. They are beings that run a destroy vibration, and we definitely want to get the destroy energy out of your play space. I'm watching all of you go back to about 4 and 5 years old to find your information on play and bring that into present time, into your present time relationship space. But I see you going back on your timeline to get that real pure vibration of play back when you were a child. And then some of the other energies coming out of that relationship space are hardship and also healing agreements. You might have a healing agreement with your partner that doesn't allow for that higher vibration of play. There's a few of you in the sanctuary that have limits on your play. I'm going to clear that. Not everybody, but some of you have healing agreements with a partner that where the energy is set to be lower than what's really comfortable for your vibration of play. Of course, then there's also play in your sexual relationship space. I'm just going to clean that out too. We want that to be full as well. And largely what I see coming out of that is insecurities about letting a partner know kind of what you like, or insecurity about being silly in front of a partner. You know, what I got to see was in your sexual relationship space, how bringing each of you back to a young age again, like in your child years, resets the energy for that space of play. Because we as adults, we forget how to play. So that was a really nice healing that I just saw. Everything was brought back to your youthful vibration of play. And it's very colorful. And it reminds me of like a birthday party, like balloons and streamers. So that's really nice. I'm going to fill that in with a gold sun. And I just want to add something about playing in that sexual space. What I saw was that there's a lack of getting to know each other, like really finding out what each other likes. And so there was a lack of intimacy in that space that got cleared. All right, on to the third topic, which is your creative energy. And it's so important to have a high vibration when you're creating a mock-up, and play is right up there with amusement, laughter. So having your creative energy vibrate at play is a wonderful vibration for creating in. And the first energy I'm hitting in everybody's creative process is a stop energy. So let me clear that first. What I mean by a stop energy is there's so much foreign energy. It's so dense and dark that you can't really read what the specifics are in it. It's just like it stops you dead in your tracks. So everybody seems to have some stop energy in their creative energy tonight. So I'm going to work on that. And then seriousness gets between you and your vibration of play in your creative energy. We're supposed to take ourselves so seriously. There's a lot of unconscious energy coming out of your imagination space that has to do with play. One of the things I'm doing right now is I'm trying to think of how to explain it. I'm clearing the energy that gets between you and your vibration of play in your whole creative process. And I'm doing that by using the symbol of like a graphic pie to represent your creative process. And it's allowing me to look at all the different places where energy prevents you from having playfulness when you create. That's so great. You're releasing a lot of restrictions, limits, judgments about how you play, whether you play, should you not play. A lot of judgment about that, opinions. Oh, and this is good. Just so much. Everybody's gotten in trouble so many times for playing when they're supposedly not supposed to be. So there's a lot of reprimand coming out of everyone's space, being reprimanded for playing too much, especially when you're trying to create at work or something like that. And just like I saw in the other space, there's some destroy energy in your creative process that gets between you and your vibration of play. And the place where it winds up is in your receiving quadrant. So when you go to receive playful activity, there's a destroy energy that blocks it. I'm going to clear that. That was a good clearing. You can never clear your receiving channels enough. Never. You want them open and open for opportunity all the time. Oh, this is another good one, jealousy. People who get jealous of you when you raise your energy vibration and become playful. That's an energy that's coming out right now. That's a red. And then I'm also taking out the statement, because it's in a lot of you, you're having too much fun, like that judgment. You know, you can't have too much fun. I just want you to know that. You can never have too much fun. So we want that out of there. Now I can see fun starting to come back in to your creative process. That's great. Very playful energy. It kind of reminds me of the energy of a high-flying trapeze, that playful vibration coming in. Okay, the energy looks really good. It's very colorful and bright. I'm going to fill that space of your creative process in with gold. And then last but never least, we're going to put some play back into our money space, because everybody's supposed to be taking their money so seriously right now. And if you try to create money in seriousness, guess what's going to come back to you? A lot of very serious money that you can't play with, because whatever energy vibration you mock something up in, that's the vibration it's going to come back to you in. So if you have serious energy in your money space, what we're going to do is clean that out, bring it up to a great play vibration, and then it's a lot easier and more fun to go out and create things. So there's a lot of dark energy in the money space that I'm just going to ground as like brown energies out. This is all just foreign energy that has nothing to do with you and your own money information. A lot of bank energy coming out. A lot of bank energy coming out of your money space. And just in general, there's a lot of control energy about your money. Everybody's trying to get a piece of your money. I'm sure you know that by now. But so there's a lot of the energy of trying to control that money that doesn't lend itself to a very playful vibration. There's some sort of energy about tragedy in here. Like, we can't enjoy ourselves because there's either been tragedy or there is tragedy. So that's an energy I'm going to help you clear. It really kind of goes back to that picture of we need to take our money seriously. That's the big picture in the money space. You know, you can take your money seriously, but you don't have to put serious energy into it. Do you understand the difference? You can think about it very seriously, but you don't want to run that energy of seriousness through your actual money space, because then it brings the energy vibration down. There's a lot of energy coming out about playing with money in your teens. And you know, it just occurred to me, I probably should have said something earlier. You know, bringing play into your money space doesn't mean you're going to play your money away. That's not what this is about. It's really about bringing that vibration of play into the money space. So I just wanted to make sure we're clear on that. There's the energy of health issues affecting your ability to be playful with your money. And health issues covers a whole latitude of different things. So I'm just clearing a blanket of energy right now. Boy, that was kind of a loaded gun, looking at healthcare costs and how they impact your ability to play with money. That was very thick, heavy energy. It was a dark purple. That's so interesting. When you were looking at relationships, you brought your attention back to age 4 or 5 for that vibration of play. When I look at you and where you're looking for your vibration of play for money, it's more in your early 20s. And let me just ground a little bit more seriousness out of that. That's great. Some amusement is coming into your money space too. So the money space now is an apricot gold. I'm going to fill it in with a gold sun. Got a nice healing. And here's what I'm going to recommend to you, that you do something playful with money this week, even if it's 50 cents, something playful so that you're giving yourself that hello to that playful vibration. That's your homework from the healing tonight. All right, I'm going to go ahead and fill you in with a big gold sun. Wow, you could have a lot of gold tonight. That's great. You're still absorbing it. And especially with the money space, I notice it being a lot calmer now that it's been given a healing. And you can go ahead and open your eyes and come on out of trance if you had your eyes closed. Good job. All right. Well, there you have it. You've got your playful vibration all reinvigorated for yourself. And I just have a couple of announcements next week. Actually, let me pull up my calendar because I didn't do that yet. Next week on Monday, I'm doing a Seek and You Will Find. And that's where you come to the webinar and you can write in a question for me. And it can also be anonymous because you can send it to the admin only. And you can ask me a question. And it could be about anything, really. And I'll give you a healing on it. I'll give you the answer in the form of a healing. And then I also use that question to give a healing to everybody on the call. So by the end of the call, you will have had many healings, and they'll all be different people's requests. But I always try to find something that can be healed within the whole sanctuary on that request. So that's next Monday. And then next Thursday is my women's intuition class. And that is on your personal constitution. It is the night of your agreement with yourself to achieve your spiritual goals. So we're going to take a good long look at your spiritual goals and clean off the path that you're going to take to address them. And so that's going to be a great healing. I highly recommend it. And then after that, we have a Body Beautiful coming up. And this month, Body Beautiful is on physical activity. So we're going to do a 30-minute free meditation on cleaning out the space where we can have more fun with our physical activity. All right, so that's what's coming up so far. And I look forward to seeing you next week in Seek and You Will Find and in the Women's Intuition class. Of course, I got my eyes on you. Have a lovely evening tonight. All right. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.